You muted.
Was on mute there. Hey, Coach. MJ Collins had a big first half, as did Lynn Kidd. For you in the second half, what kind of went into just stopping them, and what downstream adjustments also helped in that down in the second half.
I mean, the biggest thing is, I thought they got loose in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game. We had some turnovers. They forced us into some turnovers, and they got loose. They got some transition. They got, Lynn Kidd got an alley-oop dunk pretty early in the game. MJ Collins got an open opportunity in transition. So I think early we just, we didn't take care of the ball. Give them credit. They did a good job of, really jumping out on the ball screens and zoning up. And we needed to make the hockey assist. We were going for, the big fish. We were trying to hit the pick and roll guy going to the rim. We should have made the hockey assist and let somebody else deliver the pass. So the first 5 minutes, I think Kidd and MJ got going. They may have scored half of their points in that time. And then we settled down, took care of the ball, and that's the biggest reason we were able to defend those guys better, just taking care of the ball. Because our turnovers was connected to our defense. We're running in transition, the crowd got into it. So the biggest adjustment we made was just take care of the ball.
So
Hey, Coach, another game in what sort of feels like a string of close late game losses to begin conference play. What do you feel like your team has to turn around in these last few minutes for these games to end up on your side?
I mean, I think the last few minutes was really good. I think the second half was really good. We held them to 30 points. I think it really was just, we were down 1 with 2 minutes to go. So we were down 12 at half. So the second half was great. But you just find yourself digging yourself out of a hole when you're down 12 or 13 on the road, when you got the crowd all stacked against you and you don't really have many of your fans. So I thought the second half was good. I thought the late game was really good. We missed some free throws. And then Padula made a down 1. We were down 1. Padula made a shot made a long contested 3 at the shot clock, right before the violation. So got it back to 4. So I thought we did a lot of things great. We needed to knock down a few more free throws, and we needed to get a few more stops. But Padula willed his team to that win. He had 2 crucial baskets late, and he willed his team to that win. They were both contested and very difficult shots.
Jack?
Hey, Coach. I was wondering what you thought of your the shot selection in the first half. You guys kind of figured that you could get what you wanted down low between QP and Devin, but there's kind of a string of contested 3. Wondering what your kind of thoughts were on your shot selection in the first half.
I thought we did a really good job on our shot selection early. We had a couple rush shots, maybe a few, not a lot. I think it was more of the turnovers. We kept preaching to the guys, hey, look, we got to play inside out, play paintball, get it inside. So I think it was the turnovers. I think we did a better job. That's been a challenge for us to have more offensive maturity. We still playing some young guys. We play old guys, but we got to play some young guys as well. Still trying to develop offensive maturity. So we do take, some tough shots at times, but I thought today that wasn't really the main issue. If you take the first 4 minutes out, take a couple of those shots we took out in the first 4 minutes, I thought we had a good game of shot selection. Really did a good job of getting inside and executing. It just really was the turnovers early.
Kevin?
Hey, Coach. Cordell Harris coming off the bench. Was that just to kind of get him or try to get him going tonight?
Yeah, he had a couple of tough games. Obviously, he's been unbelievable this season. A lot of our wins, he's had big games, scored the ball well. And then, we had a couple of tough games. So I just tried to help him. Hey, look, watch the game the first few minutes, let the game settle down, and then we'll get you in. And thought he was better today. He made some shots. He did some good things. So we just got to keep working to get him back going. Had a few assists, a couple steals, scored the ball for us. So yeah, it really was just to help him. He had kind of went through a couple games of this struggling, being in a slump, and teams really been trying to take him out. So we just try to help him a little bit, let the game settle down for him.
Go back to Dan.
Coach, QP goes to the bench there in the first half, and you bring in Armani. He was playing up front there with Dev, and there were a couple moments where the two of them looked to be playing really well off each other. What do you kind of notice about the way that they've learned how to play together, and when you can sub out a guy like QP and bring in a guy like Armani?
Yeah, Amani, he's a guy, he's a developmental big. He had a great game for us, played 10 minutes. That's the most he's played. Maybe he played more at Vanderbilt. He played like 12 at Vanderbilt, but 10 is the most he played in a while. And he played a really good game. He's a good player. He's a developing big guy. We don't use him as much because we do have Quentin, but I think we saw tonight, he was physical, he was big, he was athletic. And so I think he just continued to develop and he'll be able to help us, as we continue to go down through the stretch of the season. But him and Dev, they similar players because they're energy guys. They just work. They workers. They go after balls. They don't need you to run a lot of plays for them. They just know how to make something out of nothing. So I thought he did a really good job for us today.
All right, we'll go to our last two, Saurabh, then Jack.
So following up about Claudel, do you feel like you saw enough out of him tonight to reinsert him back in the starting lineup, or is it Chaz going forward for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, I mean, we'll make the decision. Claudel's one of our really good players. He's one of our main guys, so, we'll get back and get to practice, keep working at it and see what adjustments we need to make. I mean, he is one of our main guys. He didn't start tonight, but he played, started a minute. So yeah, I'm glad he played good basketball. I'm glad he kind of got out of that funk. Hopefully this will help him and we can continue to get him to, play the game the right way and be confident and adjust to, some of these teams and the way they try to guard them.
All right, close it out with Jack.
Hey, Coach. This is kind of the second game in a row where Prince of League Bay's kind of looked good offensively. He was 4 for 4 tonight, including that corner 3-pointer. What are you looking for from him going forward to kind of keep this momentum going? Do you want him to take more jumpers, come to the rim more? What do you think is his role going forward?
I want him to play to his strengths. He's a ACC athlete, Power 5 athlete, Power 5 length, size. I want him to play to his strengths. I want him to be relentless. I want him to run the floor. I want him to rebound. I want him to be a great defender. Try to attack the basket and use his length and athleticism. And then if shots find him from the perimeter that are open and he got his feet set, be selective and knock him down. But he has shown the last couple of games, he's played good basketball. He's been very efficient. And we just need this group to all pull it together at the same time. I mean, I think that's what we're missing. We hadn't seen much of that this season, but I'm still believing that's going to happen at some point.